In this episode, Jim and I talk about what it looks like to love the team, love the customer, and keep it really humble. It's important to think about. Sometimes we're in situations where we see salespeople being pushy, trying to get their way and get what they want. And Jim breaks down how to do that differently in the business strategy, in the right business practices that will help you grow as a salesperson and help you grow as an entrepreneur in general.
How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the Rethink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorkey.
Good to see you, Derek.
Good to see you, Jim. Jim, I love what you teach about loving the customer and loving the team. Talk to us. Let's have a conversation about, you said you want me to push you. So I want to push you, but I feel like you're also really passionate about certain things. So I want to push you, but I also want to pull out some passionate points.
Okay.
And so I feel like you're passionate about sales doesn't have to be pushy or sleazy, but it can be a place where you love the customer. And love the
absolutely. The bottom line is, if we don't have customers, then we don't have a business. Well, let's just think about that. Without our customers, we don't have a business. Where love the customer comes from is we want to love on these customers, these clients, these people. They're real people. And when I say love them, I mean respect them, appreciate them, care about them, hug on them, figuratively speaking. And then sometimes it is actually hugs. It's true hugs where we develop such great relationships that it is a hug coming and going. But when I talk about hugging the customer, I am talking mostly figuratively. But the bottom line is, if we don't love our customers, they're not going to stay. They're going to go elsewhere. And so that's one aspect of loving the customer. That's one part of the formula. The second part of the formula is to love the team. And we love the team in the same exact fashion. I mean, love on them, hug them. And again, mostly figuratively speaking, although, you know, when I go into the dealership, several of the team members come up to me and hug me. The idea behind loving the team is that if we don't love, respect, treat the team the right way, really care about them at a deep cellular level, then they're also going to leave. And if they leave, who's going to love the customers? I can't do it all myself. So I need my team to love the customers. If we love the customer really well, which is my goal, and secondly, to love the team really well, which is also my goal, I'm going to sell a lot of cars or whatever it is that you're selling. In my experience of being in business and in life, arrogance is the number one enemy of any successful enterprise, be it a marriage, a church, a business, a relationship. Arrogance is really, really disastrous for that relationship. When we get to be very successful as people, we tend to become arrogant.
Why?
Well, I don't really know the true answer to that. I know that when you're the Super Bowl champions, very rarely do you repeat, because you don't do life the same way after the Super Bowl as you did before the Super Bowl.
That makes a ton of sense.
They typically don't repeat. I think they're busy going around with praise. And I don't mean this to be derogatory, but they're having fun. They're partying. They're in the praise, and everybody loves them. And everybody tells them how great they are, and they start to believe that. But they approach the business of football the same way going into the next season as they did the previous season. Maybe they had a chip on their shoulder for whatever reason. So they're really working extra hard and this and that. So the number one enemy of any successful enterprise is arrogance. And so the third goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group is to keep it very, very humble, because we don't want to see our business suffer because of our own arrogance. And so we had to at times pull a team member aside and say, hey, whoa. Did I just hear you say ABC to this customer? That's no good. We can't do that. Or did I just hear you talk to Derek, one of our great team members, in that fashion? It's not acceptable. You're being arrogant. We had to sit them down and have the conversation. And if we had a conversation too many times, what did we then do?
We had to let him go.
We had to let them go. Gonna miss you, but we can't have you talking to our clients this way, our team members this way. You're great. You're doing a great job. And you are loving the customer, but you're jerking around the team, and they don't like you. And that is a recipe for disaster when you're running a business.
Yeah.
So it is number one goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group. It is love the customer. And I've explained that enough. The second number one goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group is to love the team. And then the third goal of the Jim Shorkey Family Auto Group, almost number one, is to keep it very, very, very humble. If we do a really good job of loving the customer, and I mean the true essence of loving the customer, are we going to become more or less valuable in the customer's eyes?
More.
If we do a really good job of loving the team, and because of that, the team does certain things differently that are also involving the customer. So they're going to love each other and they're going to love the customers because that's the corporate idea, right? We have the team now loving on the customers and loving on the team members, right? Is that going to be more or less valuable in the customer's eyes?
More.
He said, you observed it. You can see it. You can sense it. People helping each other out and doing the extra things for the customer. Even though it's not, you're the customer.
Yeah.
You're talking to me. But Marshall just went and got your cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Are we going up in value or going down in value?
Because you're taking care of me as a person, seeing me as a person.
We are, absolutely.
Not as a number.
This is a business strategy. The idea is value up selling versus price down selling. So if we can increase our value to the highest possible degree, our chances of selling a car today go up or go down?
Go up.
I rest my case.
It makes a ton of sense. I seem to find myself around people like you and your team that take care of people. We were with a client yesterday. They have about 2,000 employees.
What?
And Brad and I were speaking at their national conference because we helped them do some website and some things like that. And they said, it wasn't meant in a pushy way or anything. They said, we get more out of our team production-wise because we take care of people.
Yes.
They're not just trying to get as much out of somebody as they can.
Yeah.
They're taking care of people, and because of that, they get more out of them.
Let's understand, gang. It is a business strategy. It's not all flowery and heart emojis and this and that. It's a real live business strategy. It's love on the customers. Because if we don't love on our customers, there aren't going to be any. Let's love on our team, because if we don't love on our team, then there's not going to be anybody to love the customers, or maybe they'll hang around. Could be the worst thing. But we jerk them around left and right. They don't love the customers all that great, and the business erodes from there. It is a business strategy. And the challenge is, why is that? Why is it that when we love the customer and we love the team and we start to do really well, sell a lot of cars, number one on the whatever, and we're just really great, get the trophies, get the trips, all that, but we get arrogant. It's a fact of life that we start to think we're bigger than we are, and we forget the basic principles. You know, you've heard the old saying, dance with the lady that you took to the dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to stick to the plan. When we have those opportunities where somebody's not doing things the way we want them to get done, we don't just fire them.
Right.
We sit them down, take corrective action, and explain why this is not acceptable. It's only after the third or fourth shot at this where we say, this is not for you. It's time to go. Time to say goodbye. But at the end of the day, if we can create enough value in the customer's eyes, this is old stuff. This is old.
Yeah.
I've got my books. I brought them down here just in case to prove it. This is old stuff. And I learned this by reading the old stuff.
But it's true ongoing, right? It doesn't change.
Yeah.
Good about this advice.
It's old.
As true as it was.
It's thousands of years old. But it is absolutely spot on true. It is. There's no question. And it's a great strategy for how to run your business. I don't want it to be strategic, but I would like you to view it as a strategy. And if we make too much emphasis on the word strategy, we lose the luster of truly loving the customer.
Yeah, it can almost become manipulation, right?
Truly loving the customer, truly loving the team. Let's just do that. And we don't, I'm only calling, maybe what I should say, rather than calling it a strategy, it's just good business practice. Does that sound better?
Yeah, that sounds better.
Business practice to love the customer. These are your customers. They're the lifeblood of your business. It's like not loving your blood. It's like cutting your arm open and watching the blood pouring out of yourself. Saying, I don't give a shit about my blood. What do I care about that for?
I don't need that.
You're going to die. These customers are your blood.
Yeah.
These team members are your blood.
Yeah.
And if you're bleeding, you better get it fixed, because you're not going to.
So how do people get stuck in situations? I was telling you recently, I went to a dealership and they said, they're keeping my keys and trying to keep me there as long as they can. It's just, it felt like more tactics for the sake of tactics.
Well, the reason they're keeping your keys is so that you can't leave. And let's be frank. The reason they're holding your keys is so that you can't leave. All right. Let's put that off to the side. Why don't we put you in a position as a client?
That's exactly right.
Do you see the difference? If I have to hold your keys to get you to stay, I've done a pretty bad job.
You're in the wrong position.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's what they're. I'm just saying, in my opinion, Jim Shorkey, just me. If I have to hold your keys, I got them in my pocket right now. I got my keys to my car in my pocket. Nobody can take my car right now.
Right.
So if I have the keys to your car in my pocket, you can't take your car right now either. If I have to do that to get you to stay and do this podcast, we have a pretty weak relationship, quite frankly. And isn't it really all about the relationship? Hey, here's your key. That's yours. Put it where you want it. I'm going to provide you with so much value that you're going to be disappointed to leave.
You can't leave this podcast. I would have walked out the door.
It's not good. It's not a good thing. If I have to keep your keys, if that's what's going to keep you in the dealership, if that's the strategy, I think it's a really bad business practice to hold somebody hostage.
It's manipulation.
So let's not do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that in my business. Just like you and I talked yesterday. We talked about clickbait, did we not? What did I tell you?
You said, I don't want to do clickbait. I said, why is that, Jim? And you said, because it stretches the truth and it doesn't actually answer the question oftentimes.
If you want to watch this podcast, please come watch it. If you don't, that's fine. We're not here to sell you on this podcast. Hopefully, the idea that Derek and I have is to give you as much value as we can, that you want to watch it. And if you don't want to watch it, it'll show up in the numbers that nobody's watching it. Right. And we're going to have to make changes. But to hold the audience hostage over clickbait, I hate that. And you can see it all. It's all the time. A scantily clothed person. He's like, oh, yeah, I want to look at it. And it doesn't have anything to do with that. And it's all over the place. It's clickbait. I told you, I don't want to do that.
Yep.
I want to have real meaningful conversations. And if that appeals to you as an individual, and we only need one, just one. To me, the one person is the most important person on the planet, that one person. And if it becomes twice the joy for Derek and I, 10 times the joy, 100 times the joy, but we're not shooting for 1 million. We're not. I'm a big numbers guy. I think big numbers. That's not what this is about. I don't want to think big numbers. I'm very afraid of that. I'm going for one. Am I, yes or no?
Yeah,
I've always told you that.
Yes.
I'm going for one. If I can get one person to change direction in life as a result of this discussion today, just one, that makes me cry. That's such a powerful thing. And again, I'm not going to minimize if it's 2 or 3 or 10 or 1 million. If it's 1 million, well, that's fantastic. But that's not the goal, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
It's not the goal. The goal is one. So we're talking to one person today. One.
Wow. Jim, thank you for just sharing about loving the team, loving the customer, taking care of people, not manipulating people, not doing clickbait, all these ways that people try to replace the value of having that relationship. Thank you, Jim.
Pleasure.
Thank you, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you got from this episode, and we'll see you in the next one.